I find it hard to believe that this woman actually has supporters or even a base. I find it hard to believe that she's actually still running. I mean, this statement should just automatically disqualify you from running for POTUS. I mean, what else do you have to say? Let's roll the clip.
Are you a racist party? Are you involved in a racist party?
No. We're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country. Our goal is to make sure that today is better than yesterday. Are we?
We're not a racist country. We've never been a racist country. Seriously? I don't think I'm hearing what I just heard. I'm surprised the guy asking the questions can keep a straight face. Because I'd have been like, Bish, what? Hold on. Did you just say what I think you just said? So, didn't the South like literally secede from the nations because they wanted to continue slavery? Or am I misremembering like actual history? I don't know. This sounds like it's about to get even worse. Let's go.
Be perfect? No. But our goal is to always make sure we try and be more perfect every day that we can. I know I faced racism when I was growing up, but I can tell you today is a lot better than.
Hold on. No. So it's not a racist country. It's never been a racist country. But I faced racism when I was growing up. Which one is it, lady? I think you need to get off the crack pipe. In all honesty, I know some of you affluent people, in your hectic schedules, y'all do crack to, stay on top of the ball. But obviously, you are not on top of the ball. I'm sorry. You were like neck deep in balls. Like, you're not on top of anything. You sound cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You sound completely off the wall. I mean, straight jacket and all.
That was then.
You agree that the U.S. has never been a racist country?
Well, the U.S. Is not a racist country.
That was not the question, Meatball Ron, and I think you know very well what the question was. Do you agree that the U.S. has been or has never been? It's yes or no. True answer is yes. It has been up till, more recently when, blacks didn't have any of the rights that everybody else enjoyed. What's wrong with saying that? What's wrong with being honest? I despise people that lack the ability to be honest. I mean, about, something like that. Like, you're running for POTUS, dude.
And we've overcome things in our history. We've had challenges with how race was viewed. It doesn't matter your background. This is the best place to grow up and to pursue your dreams of any.
So there you have it. You heard that, saw that for yourself. I don't know what's going on with Meatball Ron. Honestly, I cannot say for sure. But, skirting the truth, that's dishonest, and that's not a characteristic we need from POTUS. Nikki Haley, and these are big topics. Slavery is a big topic. Don't get it misconstrued at all. It's still a big topic. Why? We go to that in another video. Right now, we're just discussing what they said. Now, Nikki Haley specifically is either this woman has early onset dementia to be making these kind of ludicrous statements. I'm not talking about Ludacris the rapper, right? Early onset dementia, or she needs to get off the crack pipe, or she's really like some sort of bot, some sort of droid, android, man droid, woman droid, I don't know, some meat covered robotics that they put up there just to stir the pot. The thing actually runs off Wi-Fi. It wasn't close enough to the router, so whoever is sending the teletext speech to this thing, that person is the actual racist. Because I don't understand how this woman has supporters behind her holding up signs and she's saying these things, and nobody was like, wait, what? If I was in the crowd and I heard that, I'd be like, hold up, what? Nah, you wildin'. No, what are you talking about? There are a few characteristics that I think anybody running for POTUS, or matter of fact, anybody running for that kind of position, regardless of the country, so not just the US, Canada, Russia, wherever, there's a few characteristics. Short list: intelligence. And I put that at the top because with a position that demanded not just of your time, but of your physical being, your movements. You have to travel a lot. You have to go to different places, meet with leaders, all these different things. I put intelligence up there because I think it's really important, right? If you're going to be the leader of a country, I think intelligence, not just education, is important, right? Wisdom, honesty, right? You have to deal with people fairly. All right. You have to be honest about your movements, your intentions. Obviously, there are things that you cannot let out of the bag. We're talking about, secrets and, ways to get your country in a better financial stand and all these things. All right. You might want to play those close to the chest, but you should be honest, especially when you're dealing with the people that you're so-called representing. A sense of morality. What is the foundation for your belief system, right? You don't have that, what happens? The movie The Sound of Freedom is a very potent example of what can happen when people lack a sense of morality, essentially just buying and selling minors. Let's put it that way, right? So morality, belief in a creator of the balanced universe, important. You should be able to command a crowd and interact with people, obviously, because that is a big part of the job. Right? You should have the ability to speak to people, carry out your ideas, have them believe in you, and then follow through to solidify and tie that belief down. Right? If you say you're going to create jobs, then that's what you need to do. Say you're going to safeguard the borders, that's what you need to do. You're going to stop drugs from coming in, that's what you need to do. Right? You're going to make it safer to be on the web for children, and that's what you need to do. Access to education, easier healthcare, that's what you need to do. You don't just say it, then get in office and then, sit on your hands. So I think these are important qualities. I do not see these qualities coming from the personage of Ron DeSantis or Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley even more so, because I think the statements that she just made are even more egregious than him skirting, the question that he was just asked. Because it's one thing to talk about, what happened to you, but it's quite another to deliberately delete a part of history just because you have a base that might ascribe to that. Now, if that is the case, her, along with that base that supports her, quite frankly, is the kind of people that they need to be rounded up and like shipped off to their own isolated area, so they could be there with their thoughts, just them, right? Because this country is way too diverse for that kind of thinking. It's sort of, I don't know, white inferiority complex or whatever it is. This is no place for it, and a person like that should not be at the helm of what is arguably the most powerful nation. So in closing, I would say that if I was in a position of power, uh, she would have been pulled out of the race after making this statement, definitely, because this is what, when they ask why blacks don't vote Republican, here you go right here. You got two examples, bada bing, bada boom, right in front of you. Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, running for commander in chief and up there just lying to people. Now, as a Republican, if you see this and you don't say something about it, or if that is your stand-in, something's wrong with you, obviously. But this is this is what the Democrats are going to use. Anyways, I think I made the video long enough. I think it's obvious that someone has some sort of issue, and is not a viable candidate. Neither is Ron DeSantis, mind you. I know people love him in Florida. Apparently, he's done a good job. But when you cannot address such a massive eyesore on this country, which was literally built on slavery, yeah, we have a problem. We have a problem, and I really can't put any sort of support behind you or put trust in you to do, for everybody equally. Right? You're going to go up there and do for your base, essentially. Yeah. So, no. Can't go with that. And that's my take, Take it how you will. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.